Hi my lovelies, and welcome to my channel Feathers from Heaven Tarot. So today we're going to do a pick a card on your future spouse. So it's going to be the first impression of you. So it's your future spouse's first impression of you, and we're also going to have a look at your first impression of your future spouse. So we have 3 piles for you to pick from. So this will be pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. Take a moment and select whichever pile you feel drawn to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's find out your future spouse or future partner, long-term partner's first impression of you and your first impression of them. So what we'll do their impression of you first, and then we'll do the other way round. So we have your card as love, so we'll just keep that up there, and then we'll just have a look at some oracle cards, and then I'll pull some tarot cards. So for my pile number 1, the future spouse's first impression of them. Pile number 1's future spouse's first impression of them. Okay, so pile number 1, I feel like there's going to be instantly kind of your future spouse is going to see you as a very loving and caring person. They're going to see you as someone that's, so you may be quite nurturing. Your personality might be kind of nurturing, compassionate. There's something that you may do within your work or voluntary work or your hobbies, which they've seen, which reinforces that that belief. But they generally see you as someone that's loving. So you're loving towards your friends, towards your family and those around you. The first impression of you will also be they're going to find you peaceful. So you may have quite a calm energy around you. They're going to see you as someone quite peaceful, like they can be around you and just feel calm and you know, not having to you know, sort of enter the room quiet flamboyantly or have to really impress you, you know, with, you know, having to stand on their head kind of thing. So it's, you're gonna allow them to be themselves, so they're gonna feel like they can be themselves around you, so they're gonna feel quite peaceful as well. So I feel with your future spouse, there's someone that might actually, you know, feel quite burdened in some way. So it might be like when you meet them, their work might be quite intense, or they might have a lot going on in their lives. And being around you, it will feel kind of light, like you're lightening their load. So it may not be kind of literally lightening their load, but when they're around you, they'll just feel light, they'll feel calm, they just won't feel so heavy or burdened. Like, even though there's a lot going on, your energy and your presence will make them feel quiet, like tranquil. So they'll feel like they'll be able to take on the world, and you know, you'll kind of regenerate. Your energy will kind of be regenerating, so to speak. Let's have a look. For some of you, it may be that they are going to be going through something at a time where you meet them. And again, being around your energy and presence will allow them to feel, you know, quite calm and just soothed in some shape or form. It I feel like they're gonna find you to be someone that's quite extraordinary in the way that you may have gone through quite a lot in your life, and they, you know, they would have picked up on that. And even though you've been through what you have, you're still able to, you know, give love. You're still able to be peaceful. You're not, you know, someone that's going to be petty or, you know, harsh just because you've been through a lot, then kind of judgmental or harsh to others. You will always, they find that you are, you know, able to keep yourself composed, calm, happy, and just like have a really kind of angelic energy around you. Your aura is very calming, just very nurturing. So it doesn't matter if you identify yourself as, you know, the feminine or masculine energy. It's irrelevant. It's just how your future spouse will see you. Okay. So yes, so that's what I'm getting from the oracle cards. Let's get some tarot and have a look. What's a future spouse? Yeah, definitely. So what So what I can see here, for some of you, not all, you might have grown up with your future spouse. It might be someone that you've known from childhood. Again, that's going to be for some, not all, so just take what resonates. So it might be that you knew your future spouse growing up, or when you were younger, and you kind of meet later on in your life. And then obviously, you know, they kind of become your future spouse. So for others, there might be someone that is in your community, but their first impression of you again is going to be, you know, they're going to see you as home. They're going to feel really comfortable around you. They're going to feel quite nurtured around you. They're just going to see you as someone that's very caring. They're going to see you as someone that is going to be able to, if you decide to have a family, they're going to see you as someone that's able to be the, you know, the right fit for them in terms of what they want for their future, and in terms of the partner to bring up children. That's again for those that are looking to have children. For others, it could just be that they'll see you as someone that is going to be a good fit for their friends and family. That's going to be, you know, someone that they can bring around children or niece, nephews, and you're going to be kind of very caring, nurturing, and you're just going to fit in really well. They'll see you as someone that, as I said, you've come out as someone that's kind of walking away or been through quite a lot in your life, or you may have just gone through something when you meet your future spouse. So you're kind of moving away. You just kind of in that sort of stage where you're resting. You're just not actively looking. You're not, you know, on action orientated. You're just very much in your own energy, doing your thing, being around your friends and family, just being calm, collected, you know, cool as a cucumber kind of thing. and you'll just be resting, you'll just be maybe healing. So they'll kind of see you as someone that's just very grounded, very down to earth, someone that is emotionally mature. So their first impression as well would also be the fact that you know, no matter what you've been through, you're mature enough just to take the time out to rest, to just come back in your energy. You're someone that can move away from hardship as well, and move away, know what's no longer serving you or right for you, and you are moving, you're able to move on. You're not codependent, you're not needy in, you know, you're very much able to do that on your own, and really respect and also really appreciate people around you as well. So looking at who's around you, and spending time with your loved ones. Okay, so they'll see you, the first impression would be, you know, you're someone that would just happily spend time with their loved ones. You I've got a feeling that you know, you are going to obviously be single when you first meet them, or you know, because it's going to be their, or you know, when they first meet you, because their first impression of you is, you know, someone that's quite able. Okay, let's see if we can get any more messages for you. Okay, so their first impression, I feel like you're someone, as I said, you know, no matter what you've been through, what you're going through, what's happened in your life, you're still able to find or have that sort of that youthful energy, and that, you know, still able to, and still believe in love. You're someone that's going to be quite open. They're going to see you as someone that's, they're going to be able to approach easily. They're going to be quite open. You're going to be quite open in communicate. To communicate with them, you're going to be open to receive what they have to offer, and you are gonna, it's gonna, you're gonna kind of match their energy. You're not gonna make it too difficult for them, so that's how they feel, you know, you're gonna be like. So if they make a move, you are going to reciprocate that. You're not going to make it hard or difficult for them. You're just going to be open, because they're going to feel really comfortable around you, is what I'm getting. They're going to feel like really at home. So it could be the fact that because they've known you from before, or you've grown up together, that's why they're going to be like really comfortable around you. Okay, so that's what I get in terms of their first impression of you. Now let's have a look at your first impression of them. So your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, power number one. Power number one's first impression of the future spouse. Power number one's first impression of the future spouse. Got too many cards here. Take this one. Power number one's first impression of the future spouse. Okay, so your first impression of your future spouse. So we have happiness, spirit guide, manifestation, and courage. So I feel like you're going to see them as someone that's kind of a happy-go-lucky kind of person. That's going to be your first impression of them. You're just going to see them as a cheerful, happy person. You're gonna feel like they've leaned into their spirituality. So you're gonna see them as someone that's in the you know, in the world of understanding manifestation, open to the understanding, and open to spirit guides and angels, and you know, because you know, there are people that are not open to that, or there are people that are not into any, like, the law of attraction, manifestation, or you know, even understanding that things happen on the subconscious, or you know, 4D. I feel like with you, you're gonna have, your first impression is that they are very much into manifestation, or they very much perhaps you know, they might go to retreats, or they might have some sort of something on their social media which you know, suggests that they're into, like into, you know, it could even be like into tarot, but they're very much open to you know, the non-muggly world. You're gonna find them to be a courageous person. So it might be that you know something that they've been through. Your first impression is going to be, you know, if you've known them like from childhood, or you've known them before, you might have known a bit of their history, or you would have heard, you know, things they've been through, or you would have, you know, just seen the evolution or the change in their life. And you're going to have like this impression that they're a very courageous person. They're someone that's, you know, been through a lot, and you're going to find them to be someone that doesn't shy away from standing up for themselves or standing up for other people. So, you know, it's when you're going to look at them, when we say, you know, because if you've known them before, you know, from childhood, obviously your first impression then wouldn't be, because you're not looking at them with these kind of romantic set of eyes. It could be, you know, when you've met up a bit later on, you'll look at them from different, you know, pairs of eyes, or from a different perspective. Now that's going to be when we're looking at your first impression of them, okay? And vice versa. So it was their first impression of you through that relevant stage where you are going to perhaps start talking, you know, going out, and then obviously it will evolve into long-term partner, or a future spouse. So I feel like from that stage, you're going to see them as someone that's, as I said, very courageous. You know, it's probably that they've done, or you know, or they'll do something where they will either stick up for you, or you know, stick up for their friends or family, and you're going to see that. And it might be that they're the only one doing that, you know, or they're the only one that stood up for something that's right, regardless of, you know, the repercussions. So I feel like you're going to see them as someone that's very courageous. And in addition to that, I feel like, you know, they're generally a happy person. They like to spend time with friends and family. So there are kind of, you'll see different sides to them, you know. So let's have a look what else we can get from your tarot. So pile number one's first impression. Pile number one's first impression of the future spouse. Okay, so I feel there's going to be an element of mystery that your future spouse will give you. So there'll be, even though you know you see them as happy, I feel like because you're going to see a side to them, obviously because like you're open to, you know, spirit guides, angels, you know, the fact that you're watching tarot, you're into that, you know, you're going to be quite surprised that you're picking up that from them as well. Or you may have seen it, as I said, there's something, a clue or something they've said, or something that they're going to do, which will obviously make you aware that they are also into, you know, spirituality. So there's going to be kind of an element of mystery behind it, where you're not going to go know exactly how far, or you know how deep into it they are, or how far their knowledge goes into it, if it's something that they've just started, or if it's something that they've started to manifest. But you'll find that another mystery would be is, you know, you'll think to yourself, you know, did they manifest me? So it might be that they you know, with manifestation, it could be that they've put or written down what they want in a person, so physical traits and personalities, and then kind of you've ended up, you know, being attracted into their lives. So there's going to be some sort of element of mystery within that, and you're going to feel like it's a bit surreal how you two have come together, of you know, how you meet. There's going to be passion. You are going to find them attractive. There's no doubt about that. That's going to be another element. So even though there's that spiritual part of it, you are going to find them attractive. Definitely there's going to be a moment where you meet, or a moment of interaction where you're really going to be drawn to them. So even if you might have met them before but nothing has ever happened, it will just be at that time where you look at them and there's going to be a different perspective with the way that you view them. And that's only for some where you've known them previously. That's not going to resonate for all. We've also held with justice here. There's someone that is very fair. As I said and picked up earlier on, there's someone that will stick up for their friends, their family. They're all about fairness. They're all about being you know, everyone being treated fairly, equally. And it could be, you know, something that's to do with their job or their role, or if it's not, it's just their personality. There's someone as well that you're going to sort of notice that they are always looking to the future, so they're quite a planner. There's someone that would want to build. They're not a mess about. You know, they're quite serious. You're going to view them as someone that's very serious, that's someone that's looking for stability and to create and maybe have goals. So you'll notice that they maybe have goals that they would like to accomplish, and goals that they would like to meet. And it might be a conversation that you have where they're like explaining, you know, this is what I want to do, where I want to move to, what I see, or you know, this business that I've set up, or you know, this course that I would like to do. It could even be that they are maybe studying law for some, and then obviously they are looking at, you know, long-term career progression as well. But they are someone that's quite very mature, someone that's quite balanced in their spirituality, but also, you know, their everyday living, how they interact with other people, how they treat other people. And you're going to notice that, you know, fairness is very much embedded within their maybe their way of life. Okay. But definitely a lot of attraction there. So it's going to be, you know, quite a serious first impression, I feel, that you're going to get of your future spouse. Now let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the Lovers here. So again, it could be something that is kind of like a destined connection, especially you know, if you knew each other before, when you a very long time ago, and you kind of get together again later on. With the Lovers, it's a lot of fairness. Let me just cover that because of YouTube, so we'll have to cover the images. It's a lot of you're going to see them as someone that is able to make decisions and choices, and when they make their decisions and choices, it's very much centered around the people around them or their family. So, you know, you're going to feel like when you get together, it's something that they will obviously, you're going to feel like they are going to bring you into, they're going to be considering your needs as well, and your wants. So their decision making would then be based upon their relationship with you. But you're going to see that in terms of your first impression, because of the way they interact with their friends and family, how they make their decisions, where their decisions that they're making is reflective of themselves as a person, but also they are very aware that all their actions would have a consequence, so therefore having to make the right decision in terms of how it would affect everyone around them. Now it could be that it's around to do with their job as well. As I said, it could be, you know, they might be studying law, they might be working the law in field, but it could just be, you know, themselves, as I said, with just the way that they are, and the way they interact as well. But they're very focused individual, they're very aware, and they're very they're just very considerate is what I would say. Okay, so my lovely pile number 1, that's what I see for you in terms of your impressions of your future, first impression of your future spouse. If you enjoyed this reading, then please feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know it resonated. I will be doing future spouse readings and be posting them on this channel, and I also do monthly signs readings, so water sign, earth signs, air sign, monthly reads, so what you could expect for the month ahead. So just feel free to subscribe if you're interested in those readings. Otherwise, I wish you a lovely day, evening or afternoon, depending where you are, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye. Hi there, my lovely pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So for those of you that selected this tarot deck, we will talk about this a bit later on. So we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is going to be your future spouse's first impression of you. So we'll have a look at some oracle cards, and then I'll pull some tarot. And then what we're going to do is have a look at your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, so let's have a look. For my pile number 2, the future spouse's first impression of them. Just give it one more shuffle. Okay, so pile number 2, their future spouse's first impression of them. So your future spouse, future partner, or future partner's first impression. So we got 2 wet flying out there. And 1 more. Oh, lovely. Okay. So, pile number 2. Right, so your future partner, spouse's first impression of you is, first of all, they're going to find you to be very talented. Okay, so it could be something that you do, so you might meet through this. So it could, some of you obviously just take what resonates. Might be dancers, you might do that. You know, you might go to school or go on a course, or you might just do it on your social media. You know, you might just dance on your social media, or you might, for others of you, I feel it might be art. So you might be artistic or creative or be in some sort of creative field. But whatever it is that you do, I feel like you're very good at it. Okay, so regardless. So some of you might actually have some sort of career which is quite niche, or needs a specific talent to do that job, or you might be doing a course that requires some specific skill, or you're learning a specific skill in your course or within your chosen qualification. But so they're going to find you to be very talented. In addition to that, you're going to be someone that's quite balanced. So even though you might have quite a few things going on in your life, so you might be working in addition to you know, going to university or doing a course, or some of you might have children and be working as well. So they're going to find you to just be someone that's very balanced, is able to multitask, but someone that's kind of very caring and fair. You are going to come across to them as someone that's very compassionate. So I feel like you might look, so they're not going to judge a book by its cover. So, you know, you might not look how your heart is, if that makes sense. So, you know, you might look to them like you're quite happy, extroverted, you go out, you have a lot of friends, and you know, you just do your your thing. But they're going to see you as someone that has a very good heart, very attractive, but they're going to see that you are someone that has a lot of self-worth, you have a lot of self-respect, and you also put boundaries in place as well. So even though you might be quite sociable, you might have a lot of friends, you know, around you, you might be doing a lot so with your hobbies, work, study, everything, you've got a lot going on. I feel like it's clear to them that you have boundaries in place and you're not scared to cut off anyone that is overstepping the mark or being rude or disrespectful. But as well as being someone that can do that, you're very compassionate, caring, you're very all about the truth as well. You're very clear to them with the way that you communicate. So you don't mince your words, you don't say one thing or do one thing but mean another. So to them, you're going to be, you know, someone that actually says how they feel, or, you know, if you are busy, you're genuinely busy with one of your activities, and then, but you're someone that's going to sort of give a bit more explanation to why and what you're doing, not just, oh, I'm busy. So they're going to really like and respect that you're able to clearly communicate, and they're not going to be wondering, you know, what it is that you're doing. They're not going to be left hanging or thinking or, you know, interpreting any of your actions, because you're going to make it very clear. In the way that you communicate with them. Okay, so let's have a look at some tarot. Let's pull some tarot. See your future spouse, first impression of you. Okay, we've got this Queen of Swords again. We've got Judgment. Ooh. The Sun. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so again, as I said, with your boundaries, you're very clear. You are not scared to cut off anyone or anything that is causing any disruption to your life. And because you've done that, and because you are able to do that, they'll see you as someone that can kind of start again, or literally learn from lessons to then implement it going forward, to not make the same or take the same decisions with, you know, again, so to get a better outcome. So again, it could be, you know, something where you are able to learn and really understand and grow from what has happened in order to move into happiness and a more fulfilling outcome or area or situation in your life. You are, again, you're seen as someone that's very compassionate, so you're not someone to just shut the door with no explanation, unless obviously the person needs it and they've overstepped your boundaries in you know, in a negative way, or, you know, if it was someone that's very toxic. But in, you know, you're not scared to do that. But in general, you know, they'll see you as someone that's very caring, compassionate, communicate their feelings and their actions to people. But if you are someone that's seeing someone that's in distress, then you do, you know, you kind of shine your light their way, maybe offer advice, maybe offer some sort of a helping hand, or even something as simple as just saying, you know, I'm here for you. But, you know, whatever the case is, you just, you're not someone that's able to see your friends or family hurting and then just you leave them to get on with it without trying to help or provide some sort of support. They'll see you as someone that has been able to you know, bring happiness, justice back into your life. So it could be that you've had to cut off people or situation or a job that was not serving you well, and they were able to see that, to then start again, to then come into kind of a better time in your life as well. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Pile number 1. Sorry, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Cups. So they'll see you as someone that's very open. They'll see you as someone that's going to be, to them, so the way you're going to be interacting to them is someone that's very open. You're going to be open, you're going to be kind of romantic, you're going to probably be, you're someone that's going to be offering your cup to them. They'll see you as someone that's very kind of a knight in shining armor, so to speak. They're going to see you someone as someone that's very that does have a romantic side. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So you're going to have like, they're going to see you as even though, you know, you have these boundaries in place, you have this clear communication, you clearly, you know, if things need to be let go of, you let go of them. You're very clear to communicate your intentions, but you know, you have a very kind, compassionate side to you, but also you have a romantic side as well. So I feel that they'll pick up on your romantic side. They'll pick up that you're someone that's very you know, loves to do the traditional romantic, maybe dates, going out, spending time with your partner. So they will, you know, that is something that they're going to pick up on as well. So that's their first impression of you. Now let's have a look at your first impression of your future spouse. So let's just clear these out. Okay, and then we're going to have a look at now your first impression of them. So we'll have a look at the oracle cards first. Oops, that didn't go too good. Right, let's have a look at your first impression. Okay, pile number 2's first impression of their future spouse. Too many. Pile number 2's first impression of their future spouse. Okay, so I feel like your first impression of your future spouse, it's not straight, is it? Let's do that again. Okay, is going to be, they're probably going to be going through a new beginning in their life. So you're going to see them as someone that's starting fresh. It might be that they've just moved to the area, or they've just started a new job, or they've just, you know, moved to the college or university you're at. But you're going to find that they are starting new. They're at a new cycle or a new point in their life, and they're just starting fresh. You're going to find them to be someone that's kind of moving away from something that before was a bit restrictive, and now they're able to have a bit more freedom, a bit more choices, and just, you're going to see them as, your first impression is someone that's, you know, having a good, that's made a change in their life for the better. So And because of that, they are, you know, becoming, or they are seeking freedom, or they're able to, you know, gain more freedom currently because they've closed off a chapter in their life, or they've moved, as I said, or, you know, because of this new situation, as I said, whether it was, you know, college, university, or work place. But that change that they've had has given them more freedom, and that's what you're going to notice. That's going to be your first impression. Obviously it could be through conversations you've had, or while speaking to friends and or their friends, or just something that's going to become apparent through communication or discussion, that you are going to fully understand that they are now stepping into their freedom a bit more, whereas before they didn't. And it's gonna be like they are getting a better luck. You know, things are turning in their favor now. You know, more chances. It's just like maybe before things weren't going well for them. You know, they were getting a string of unlucky situations, or they weren't having, you know, they weren't like on the correct path for what they needed to be doing, so they weren't attracting positive situations. But now that they are on the right path, or they've chosen to move, which has led or unlocked, you know, them to maybe level up, or them to be following their life purpose, or they are following their calling. And because they're following their calling, it could be their life purpose, or on their way to following, or, you know, finding their life purpose, they're now attracting better situations to themselves, and better luck. So you're going to find that they are, you know, someone that's making a lot of big changes in their lives. That's going to be your first impression. So the other thing is, you're going to find that they may be looking back, or analyzing, or evaluating on past decisions, and making sure that they do not repeat those decisions, or, you know, they change the way that they're doing things now. So you're not going to notice that there's going to be a lot of changes with what they do, or, you know, where they choose to go. So yeah, so that's what I see. Let's get some tarot just to get some clarification. So pile number 2's future spouse, first impression of them. No, sorry, your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, so we've got the Hangman, we have the Hierophant, we have Death, and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. So that basically confirms the oracle cards. So with the Hangman, it could be, again, as we said, that they've had to take a pause, or they've had to change their perception, or they've had to reevaluate things and look at their lives from a different perspective in order to make the relevant changes for this new beginning. Now, again, for some, it would be a new, so with the Hierophant, it could be like an establishment, as I said, so it could be a change of school, it could be community, some sort, you know, it could even be church, or it could be some, you know, a new establishment that they're now joining. So it could be work, college, university, and they've kind of had an ending. So it's been something that's happened in their life which has completely ended, and they've moved. So I would say it's a total, it's quite a bit of a new beginning, quite big, because this new beginning would maybe have caused them to move not only location, but because they moved location, it caused obviously a move in different things. So, you know, within their workplace or their college, university. or it could be, you know, that they've also ended, maybe this is for some, not for all, just for some. It could be that they've had a divorce or they've separated from someone, and that could have been the ending where they're now feeling free. So it could be a relationship that they were in where they were feeling quite trapped, or they were feeling quite stagnant, or they were feeling quite controlled, and now they're able to have ended. Now they've ended it, they've perhaps moved location, and then this is going to be your first impression of them. Like, they've been through a lot, they've ended a lot, they've obviously made a lot, they've reflected and made a lot of changes because of their past, but now they're having a new opportunities. So you know, they're gonna, your impression of them is going to be, wow, they're having all these new opportunities. It could be like a new job offer that's been given to them, someone wanting to collaborate with them, or it could just be them wanting to start new and maybe offering you some, you know, with the Ace of Pentacle, a new you know, reaching out to, you know, for your relationship or to get into a relationship. So take it as it resonates. It will be different for all of you, but I feel like there will be opportunities coming to them, new opportunities. It could be maybe a new business idea that they would really take action on and really implement to, you know, as a change, and to actually start working on. Okay, so it could be, you know, they do something on social media, or they have a side hustle which they then decide to then, or, you know, try and make money from. But I feel they will be lucky because it was a good time in their life where these opportunities will really take off because of this good luck. That's because of the changes that's brought about, you know, this good luck for them. Okay, so that's what I see in terms of your first impression. So it's quite a lot of changes that you're going to notice when you meet your future spouse, that they're going through a lot of changes. You're going to feel like they're not coming up obviously too much on their personality, as you can see. Let's see if we get... Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands here. So you are going to notice that your future spouse is going to be very communicative. There's someone that's going to take action on what they want. So it could be like, you know, they decide that they want to go out on a date with you, or they want to start talking to you, and they are just going to go for it. They're not going to think about it, and it's going to be part of their new beginning. You know, they're going to be like, they're going to see you, they're going to be like, oh, you know, start chatting, start going out. You know, they're going to make their feelings very clear. That's going to be your impression of them. So you're going to be like, oh yeah, God, there's so much changes that they're going through at the moment, all of this new, you know, new location, but you know, they are obviously taking still action on going forward with communicating with me and making their feelings clear. So I feel like there's a lot of newness going on around your future spouse as well. There are something you're going to notice around their life purpose. So it could be, like as I said, a new job or something new that they are you know, that they've taken on, which could be part of their life purpose. So that's just something else I can see here. And the fact that they've had a complete shift in their you know, perception, and been able to reflect on past choices as well, which enabled this shift in perception. But yeah, very communicative person, taking actions, very action orientated as well, still able to articulate themselves very well as and you know, really happy to go forward, forward with these changes. Not someone that's going to feel sorry for themselves. There's no woe me type energy around your future spouse, and you're clearly going to see that they're just, you know, a happy person in terms of you know, embracing the change. That's it. So your future spouse is going to be very much embracing changes and going forward with it, and, you know, going with the momentum and just going with the changes, and it's going to be beneficial to them, to be honest. With the good luck oracle card, it's just going to be one thing after another that's just going to happen in their life, and obviously meeting you is going to obviously be another part of that as well. Okay, so that's what I see for you, my lovely pile number 2. That's going to be your first impressions of your future spouse. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the reading and it resonated with you. If it didn't, then please feel free to pick another pile, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, my lovely pile number 2. Hi there, my lovely pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's have a look at what your future spouse's first impression is going to be of you, and then we're going to have a look at your first impression on your future spouse, or of your future spouse. So we have the Fool here, so we'll bring that into the reading in just a moment. So we're just going to pick a few oracle cards and then some tarot. So let's have a look. Pile number 3. How does their future spouse, what will the future spouse first impression be of them? Good luck came out for pile number 2, I believe, as well. Okay. Okay, so pile number 3. So your future spouse's first impression of you is going to be, first of all, that they're going to find you to be quite confident. So you will have this energy around you or about you that will show comfort, you know, that will come across as you're a confident person. And it could also be, you know, quietly confident. So it doesn't mean that you will need to be an extrovert or, you know, outspoken to be confident. So, you know, you can just be confident within yourself and just kind of be humble. So I feel that they're going to feel that confidence from you, or they're going to feel that you are confident. So you kind of you don't compare yourself to others. You are kind of your own trailblazer. You are your own, you know, you are your own kind of compass. So you don't, you know, get easily led, easily distracted, or easily influenced. They're going to find you to be someone that's quite inspirational. So it could be there's something that you do which they're going to find inspiring. So it could be you know, what you do in terms of your creative endeavor, or it could be, you know, what you've been through in the past, or what you've kind of overcome, and the way that you are, the way you conduct yourself, the way you behave, the way you treat others. Because of that, or regardless of what you've been through, you are still kind of a very kind person. So they're just going to find you to be rather inspirational. And it's the fact that you are quietly confident, or you just ooze confidence about you. Kind of, you know where you're going, you know what you want, and they're going to just, you know, find that quiet, inspirational. They're going to find it amazing. Now some of you could have animals, you could have pets, or you could just be an animal lover. So they're gonna, you know, that's going to be sort of their impression of you. Now if you don't have any animals or pets, because of the way that you conduct yourself, or the way that you are around others, the way that you treat your friends and family or your loved ones, they're automatically going to feel like you are an animal lover in general, an all-round lover, you know, an all-round you know, kind-hearted person. And for some of you, your future spouse may have a pet or may also like animals, so they're going to like that about you. They're going to feel, you know, you are someone that they can bring around their fur babies or their animals or pets, and they're going to kind of really like that. I feel like there's something new about you, so it could be like there's a sort of new beginning, or they feel like, you know, you're someone that can take a leap of faith. You're someone that's not, you know, shy to go with your gut instinct, just to go with your feelings, just to go with, you know, go along with changes in life. So the first impression of you is going to be, you know, someone that's not scared of change, but also someone that's, you know, happy to roll with it, someone that's happy to move with you know, momentum, that's going, you know, forward momentum. But it could also be that, you know, you're starting something fresh and new when you meet them, and obviously it's going to be kind of clear to them. So I'm also feeling like they're going to find you to be some like a little lucky charm for them. So it could be, you know, when they start speaking to you, when you first meet, you know, they end up, you know, having good things happen to them in their life. And that's just because of your positive energy, your kind energy around you, and they're going to feel like, you know, you are a breath of fresh air, you're their little good luck charm. But also they find that you yourself, you attract good situations, positive opportunities to you. Okay, so let's have a look if we can get anything else from your oracle cards. So your future spouse, first impression of you. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, Strength and Temperance. So again, you know, you're someone that's very calm, collected. You are very balanced. You're quite, and you know, when I say quietly confident, you don't need to be extravagant. You don't need other people's validation, you know, to get your confidence. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know your own heart, and it's going to be quite clear and apparent to them. They're going to find you someone that's kind of, you know, you're a very strong individual. Some of you could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be, just a possibility. But they're going to find that you are, you know, you're strong and you've got conviction. So if you like to do something, or you are, you put your mind to something, you go for it. You know, you don't ask other people's opinion. You don't wait to get other people's validation. You don't see what, you know, you don't look around you and see kind of what's on trend. You just go with what you feel is the right thing for you. You will have, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles, again, you'll be attracting new opportunities to you. There'll be something new that's happening at the time where you do meet your future spouse. So something new in your life. It could be like a new job, a new career, a new, you know, a new a side hustle, a new hobby that you just started to take seriously, but also maybe starting to make money from, or are thinking of making money from it. Some of you might be starting a new hobby that's kind of in the creative field. So anything creative, really, crafts, art, acting, art, you know, take what resonates. Let's see what else I get. They're really going to find you to be a go-getter, someone that goes after their dreams, and someone that, as I said, attracts opportunities, someone that has doors opening up for them because you kind of follow your own inspiration. I feel like you also follow your own inspiration, so they're going to find you again someone that takes inspired action. So if there's something that you really feel like doing or something that's calling you, again, you don't ask, you just, you just go for it. You just follow your own instinct, you follow your own wants. And some of you, I feel, may work with animals and they're going to like that, or you might volunteer somewhere, or you might just naturally care, like if there's an animal that comes, or like like sometimes you may have someone else's cat coming into your garden or your yard, then you might feed it, you might speak to it. For others of you, you may have like an animal spirit guide that's around you, I feel. But definitely confidence is coming out a lot, standing out, the fact that you are kind of a strong individual. And also I feel like the first impression of you is someone that's, even though you're strong, you're confident, you are very poised, you're very calm, you're very balanced, and you have like a calming aura about you, and you calm them as well. They feel calm around you, they feel kind of serene, they feel quite stable around you. You're someone that the first impression is going to be like you you fill your own cup. So if you they'll see you as someone that's very active, has a lot going on in their life, but you kind of recharge, but you do so like within your own needs. So you might decide to take a day to yourself to recharge, to get back into balance, or you might just immerse yourself in your creative art or your creative project, again, to replenish your energy. You might retract yourself from other people's energy for a short while, again, just to rebalance yourself and refocus yourself. But also you're just you're able to still have socialize and be show up and be kind, respectful around others. So you can, for some of you, they might see you as someone that's able to be like a strength to others. So you might, be someone that provides advice, help, or just being around your, friends or family. You are, you just have that energy around you where they just feel calm, or they feel like they can achieve or accomplish their own, goals. So you provide kind of that, you're a bit of a pillar of strength for others. It might be in your community, but they'll kind of see that. That'll be the impression of you as well. So let's have a look at an additional tarot. Let's pull an additional tarot card. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. As I said, with the Four, it might be that when they meet you, you would have just started something new. It would be some sort of new beginning for you. But they'll see you as someone that's overcome something, so that's no longer serving you. So it might have been that you were in a time, or you've overcome a phase where you felt like you've lost something, or for some of you, you might have had a breakup. For others, it might be like there's been a major change in your life, where you were like a little bit in despair. but you were able to turn your life around, or you were able to see the positive, or you were able to embrace the change, which then enabled you to attract new beginnings, new opportunity in your life. So kind of learning or being able to move forward with the change, being able to embrace it, and just be quite someone that's able to lean into yourself, okay, rather than outside. Lean into yourself for that stability. Be your, following your own inspiration, following your own inner guidance. So they're going to be, kind of in awe of you. They're going to be quite impressed with, what you've done, what you've achieved, or how you've been able to turn your life around, or how you've been able to attract new opportunities or situations towards you. But in addition to that, how caring you are with others, but in addition to other people, animals, just someone that's very kind, conscientious. Yeah, so that's what I get in terms of their first impression of you. Now I'm gonna I'm now gonna have a look at your first impression of them. Okay, so let's have a look. Your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, so we will pull some oracle cards, and then we'll have a look at some tarot as well. Okay, my lovely power number 3. Let's have a look. And one more. Okay, so power number 3's first impression of their future spouse. So my power number 3's first impression. Just too many cards. Right, power number 3's first impression of your future spouse. Okay. Okay, so power number 3, I'm getting, first of all, you're going to feel like this person is a blessing. You're going to feel like this person's come into your life. You're going to see them as a blessing. You're going to be like, oh wow. I mean, regardless of how you meet this person or how they come into your life, you're just going to see it as a blessing. It could be because of their personality. It could be because they come in to provide you with some advice and support, and which then develops. Or it could be like they come in as a friend, and then which then develops into something more. It could be that it's just someone, completely new, that was a serendipitous meeting, and they've just kind of come in out of nowhere. Okay, so your first impression, first of all, is going to be like, wow, I can't believe I met this person. Where did they come from? God, I am so blessed. For some of you, you might have been praying for someone. You might have been trying to manifest. Some of you might have been doing some moon rituals. So I feel like you've called in this person, and you're going to feel kind of very blessed when they come into your life, and you're going to be, oh my God, I can't believe that my dreams have come true, or that my prayers have been answered, something along those lines. Again, just take what resonates. I'm just obviously giving a few different scenarios because there's a few, quite a lot of you watching this reading. I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity when this person comes in. You're not going to second guess like anything. You are going to see it as a clear blessing. there's something they're going to say or something they're going to do which is going to be really clear to you, like, okay, this person's not like the others I've perhaps been speaking to, or you know, the others that I've been interacting with, where something hasn't clicked or doesn't click. I feel like this person really resonates with my inner core, and you're gonna just have some, you know, clarity. And it could be the way that they speak to you, it could be that the way they behave around you, it could be the way they treat you, it could be the way that they're just so helpful, the way they've come in, but more so like the way they are, you know, the way they respond to you whilst in conversation. You're going to find this person to be a clear communicator as well. So, you know, they are just going to be clear in their communication style. They're not going to mince their words. You're not going to have to guess what they're saying or what they mean. You're just going to find them a breath of fresh air. You know, if they say they're busy, you know, they're actually at work, for example. So you're just going to feel like this person gives you clarity as well. You're not left wondering or thinking what they're doing or what did they mean by this. You know, they're very clear in their communication style. Now for some, not for all, because this is a general reading, you might meet this person through work, or it might be a time when you've had a career change that you will meet this person. Okay, but also you will feel like you know, they have a career. You're going to find that this person is you're going to find them very empowering. Okay, so you're going to find like what they do to be quite purposeful. You're going to find what, you know, so what they do to be, you know, something that they're not, what's the word, just going through it or through life without any focus, without any goals, or without any knowing or understanding, you know, just kind of going through the motion. But instead they're very clear, they know what they're doing, they have a purpose to what they do, they have a purpose to their actions, and you're just going to find that really you know, a real breath of fresh air. You're going to find it kind of really, you know, they're going to be in their divine energy, regardless if they're male or female. They're going to be in their divine energy. Okay, so either divine masculine or divine feminine, depending what you who you are watching for. There's something about their career. Okay, as I said, you could be meeting at work, or it could be like they are at work when you meet them, or you could work for the same company, or you could work, if not for the same company, you meet whilst during working hours. Okay, so maybe you're on your lunch break, they're on their lunch break, or it could be, you know, client, or you know, it could be anything really, customer, it could be someone coming in for advice, or it could just be someone that comes locally and frequently to frequent the an establishment, or you know, a food or canteen or something like that. But also I feel like what they do, it's going to mean something to you. It's going to be something that you're quite taken by, in the sense that you find it again something that's purposeful. Okay, it means something. Let's see. You're going to also, your first impression of them is someone that's kind of career orientated. You're going to find them to be, you know, career led, someone that is focused on their work, takes pride in what they do. If it's not that, then for others it could be that they are studying for a particular career. So it could be like, you know, that they're studying the next step up, so they might have qualified, but then they're doing an additional qualification to go up the ladder even more. So for some of you, it could be that this person's climbing the ladder, so they're really at a good position already when you meet them, and then they, you know, trying to climb the ladder further. Or for others, it could be that they are looking to climb the ladder and just starting on their career. So it will be different for each of you, because obviously you are all at different stages in your life. But there's something really kind of a real connection. You're just gonna, your first impression, there's just gonna be this instant connection between the two of you, something that really draws you both in to each other's energy, and you're really gonna feel that. You are really gonna feel it. So let's have a look at your first impression of your future spouse. Just pull some tarot cards. So we've got the Hierophant, Seven of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Okay, for some of you, you may be different to your person. So there's gonna be some sort of difference. It could be, you know, your religion. It could be your ethnicity. It could be anything. But there's gonna be some sort of difference for some. For others, you could meet this person while traveling, or you're gonna be you're going to find that this person needs to travel a lot for work. This person is going to be very different to other people you've maybe been interacting with previously. So in relationships where other people were just kind of getting what they, you know, trying to get as much out of the relationship without kind of giving back, being slightly deceptive, sneaky behavior. This person's going to be the opposite of that. So this person's going to be more traditional in this setting. The way that you two are going to kind of get to know each other is going to be kind of in a traditional way. For some, not for all, you might be introduced, you might meet through a local community, you might meet through some sort of kind of religious establishment. For some, not for all, you know, for example, a church, mosque, temple. For some, that's for some, take what resonates. For others, this person is just kind of has traditional values. So you are going to see that from the onset, that they're kind of traditional values. You're going to feel like you can be in your own energy around this person. So you feel like you won't need to compensate, or you're not going to have to be someone you're not in order to make this relationship work. This person is very family orientated. So regardless if you want children or not, whatever family looks like to you, or what, you know, is what they are going to match in terms of being family orientated. For others, it might just be kind of the traditional family life that they kind of looking for. They are looking for stability. You're going to know that you know, they're not someone that they're going to be quite loyal. What else? This person may like to travel a lot. So as you get to know each other, that's something that you may start to do. You may relocate with this person. Or this person may have just kind of relocated when you meet them. This person is someone that once they know what they want, they kind of move forward. They don't hang about. They don't, you know, they're just going to move things forward. Okay. Let's have a look. What else? Let's pick it. I'm just going to pull an additional tarot card. Okay, so we have the Fool again. So And we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this might be kind of high-level soulmate. It might be a, as I said earlier on, a divine connection, someone that you kind of manifested in, you prayed for, someone that you've been focused on. So for some of you, you might know exactly what you want, and you kind of, you know, not accepting anything less. And then you've kind of like not entertained people that were not, you know, matching what you need or what you see is a kind of a valuable partner. So you kind of waited. So some of you might have been single for quite a while. And again, as I said, this person may have relocated because with the Fool here, there's some sort of new beginning that has happened. So either you or them, there's something new which has a new or a change in someone or one of your lives, or it might have been both your lives, which brings you to kind of a new location, a new start, you know, a new career, which will then, this new start, this new beginning is kind of maybe where you meet. So this is a bit of a mixture of kind of how you're going to meet, has come out in this reading in terms of the information that's been given, in addition to, you know, your first impression of them. But again, so with the Fool, your first impression, it kind of matches yours. They like someone that's not you know, scared to, for, you know, to start new. There's someone that embraces change, goes with the change. You know, if there's natural movement or change that requires maybe like changing location or changing jobs, or, you know, some sort of new start, then they're happy to take that new start, or they're happy to go with it. So you won't find any resistance, because, you know, sometimes, you know, there's people, you know, some people might be with a partner, or sometimes there's a partner, one that is happy with change and goes with, you know, what they feel has inspired action and wants to go with it, but they may not have a partner that is matching that. You know, sometimes the partner's a bit like, no, I'm like stuck in my ways, I need to, you know, I've seen this for myself and this is where I'm going to stay, and then they end up having a clash and the energy just doesn't move forward, and then obviously that causes a bit of issue, and so on. But I feel like with this person, your first impression is going to be like, it's not going to have it be like anything you've experienced before. So, you know, you're both like in the full energy, you're both kind of youthful at heart, you're both ready, you understand that changes happen and you're happy to go with changes, and you allow yourself to move forward with changes. Okay, so that's a beautiful reading, pile number 3, that I see for you, in terms of your first impression of your future spouse. If you enjoyed it, then just please feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know it did resonate with you, but to also claim it. Let me know which, you know, if it resonated as well in the comment. I do future spouse readings, or I will be doing future spouse readings quite a lot on this channel, and be posting videos regularly, so feel free to subscribe if you would like. In addition to that, I will be doing like astrology readings, so specifically, you know, air signs, water signs, fire signs and earth sign readings for your monthly kind of prediction. So I did one for June if you want to check it out, and then I'll be doing one for July. So, you know, a bit of variety. So feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you join. Otherwise, have a lovely, lovely day, afternoon or evening, depending where you are. And I hope to see you soon. Bye, my lovelies.